Hello students, let us start our new session with the new chapter, that is the chapter number 4, moving charges and magnetism. Till now we have understood the electricity and electric field regarding the current and the charge particles. Now we are going to understand that how magnetic field is present. Basically, initially it was defined that only electric field is present, but as the time is going, it is going to understand that magnetic field with the electric field is also existed with the charge particle. Here, if the single straight wire is there and current is passing through that straight wire, it is going to be noticed that if the needle is present around us, it is a tangential path onto an imaginary circle. And this plane of the circle is perpendicular to the wire. It can be defined that current is passing onto the straight line, but onto the perpendicular path, its imaginary circle or circle path is available, which can be defined as a magnetic field. The magnetic field is only existed when current is flowing through the wire. If the current is very much large, or if the needle is closer to the wire, then the strong magnetic field effect is present. In that case, Earth's magnetic field can be ignored. Now, if we are changing the current direction, if initially my current is moving from A to B in forward direction, and whatever the needle direction we are getting, if we are reversing the current is moving from B to A, then the orientation of needle is going to be changed as shown in the figure B. And here, as the current level is increases, the deflection angle of the needle is also increases. Just as the magnetic field becomes stronger, the angle is reduces and it becomes a more nearby and more stronger of the field is available around the wire. To understand this phenomena, if iron filling sprinkled around the wire, so this iron arrange themselves in a circle around the wire by keeping the wire at the center, as is shown in the figure beside. So this magnetic field is produced due to the moving charges or currents in a surrounding space, in the nearby space of the wire. Here, electricity and magnetism are unified and formulated by Maxwell, and then realized that light signal is also electromagnetic waves. It means electric field and magnetic field both can be observed at the same time. The radio means waves traveling at the longer distance with higher frequency. These radio waves were discovered by Hertz, and these waves are produced by J.C. Bose and G. Marconi at the end of the 19th century, and later on onto the 20th century, more deep work is performed. And to increase our understanding of the electromagnetism, as the time passing, invention of the devices which can produce the electromagnetic waves, amplification process can be done over the electromagnetic waves, transmission of the electromagnetic waves, and detection of the electromagnetic waves. This kind of processes is performing right now. Now, the magnetic force we need to understand. First part of it, we are going to understand based on its sources and its fields. So, when the interaction between two charges are present, so consider in two stages. First, we define that only single charge Q is present, that is the source of the field is produced, an electric field. As we have already understood in previous chapter, electric field can be defined using Coulomb's law. Only a single charge is there, so that is a Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. R square, that is a distance from the infinite right now, assuming S it is available a single charge. And r caret is defined a vector position, a vector along the r. And E is a vector field is defined right now. Now another charge we are introducing with the small q it is defined. So now based on the field is present, force is present due to that field around the charge. So now the force is as a small q over the capital Q. So now based on these two charges present, electric field becomes, based on the Coulomb's law again, two charges are there, small q into capital Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. Now this is the distance between two charges, and r caret is defined again the vector quantity. It defines that energy and momentum is not established instantaneously, but it takes some time to propagate. While the force is acting between two charges, it takes some time as the field starts to generate and acting a force onto each other. So the concept of the field was specially stressed by Faraday and was incorporated by Maxwell in his unification way of electricity and magnetism. In addition to depending on each point in space, it also vary with the time. Electric field whatever present around the charge, as the time is moving, based on the time, that force effect and the field effect is also going to be changed. But here we are ignoring the condition of the time. We are assuming that time is not affecting onto the change of force and onto the fields. So the field at a particular point can be present due to one or more charges. If there are more charges, the field adds pectorially based on the superposition theorem that we have already know. Once the field is known, we can define the force acting on a charge based on that present number of charges around it using the Coulomb's law, as we have done in previous slide by taking the example of two charges. Now, as the static charges produce an electric field, moving charges produce a magnetic field. So, as I already explained, either current or moving charges are there which can produce a magnetic field. So, while the charge is static, only electric field is there, but while the charge is moving, along the electric field, magnetic field effect is also present. And these both fields are perpendicular to each other onto the charge. And that combined field is denoted as B of R as a vector field. So the magnetic field of several sources in the vector addition of magnetic field of each individual source as on superposition theorem. So suppose that a charge Q moving with a velocity v and located at r distance at a given time t in the presence of both electric field and magnetic field. I repeat, charge Q is moving with the velocity v at a distance r with the time t in the given time t. So over the charge, electric field is there, and while it is moving, along that electric field, magnetic field is also present. So the total force onto the electric charge Q, due to the both fields are there, that is Q into E of R, that is electric field force, plus V cross B of R, that is the magnetic force is present. So total force is electric force plus magnetic force, and this force is given by the Lorentz, and based on that extension experiments given by the amperes, and that total force is known as Lorentz force. Next is magnetic force in another terms, that is a magnetic field, Lorentz force. As discussed with the previous slide, how the Lorentz force is defined in the combine of electric field and magnetic field. So based on that, Lorentz law and or the Lorentz force, we can define some of the features. First feature in which we can say that magnetic field depends on Q, onto the charge, its velocity V, and the present magnetic field B. So force on a negative charge, obviously it is opposite to the positive charge. Second feature is the magnetic force Q into V cross B includes a vector product of velocity and magnetic field. The vector product makes the force due to the magnetic field becomes 0 if velocity and magnetic field are parallel or antiparallel. It means velocity and magnetic field both must be parallel to each other along the given force. So based on the right hand rule or the screw rule, it can be defined into the diagram. Force acting upon upward side through the right hand rule we can define. So magnetic field and the velocity of the charge are also perpendicular to each other. So all these three components are present in parallel parts, parallel component, in parallel to each other. If velocity and magnetic field becomes parallel to each other, then my magnetic field effect becomes 0. So third feature is, if the magnetic field is 0, the charge is not moving, only a moving charge feels the magnetic force. If it is a static, only electric field or electric force is available. So the expression for the magnetic force help us to define the unit of the magnetic field. If we take a Q, F and V all to be unity in the force equation, that is force equation is F equal to Q V cross B, in which Q charge, velocity and the acted force we are taking a unity, so unit of the B magnetic force we can identify. If we are removing that curl part, cross part, it can be replaced with the sine theta. So QVB sine theta n caret. So the magnitude of B, it should be a 1 SI unit. So which SI unit is supposed to be present? When the force is acting on Q as a 1 charge. That force acting on a Q as onto the 1 charge coulomb, 1 coulomb Q, moving perpendicular to the B. The velocity V is perpendicular to the magnetic field B, and that velocity is 1 meter per second. So the F should be 1 Newton. I repeat, the equation F equal to Q V cross B. We want to identify the unit of B magnetic force. So F, Q and V we supposed to take unity. So the F force acting 1 Newton force acting on charge Q, that Q is 1 coulomb. So 1 Newton force acting on 1 coulomb charge, so that 1 coulomb charge moving perpendicular to that magnetic force with the speed 1 meter per second. So based on that dimensionally, B equals to F by Q into V. So B equals to Newton into second divided by Coulomb into meter. Force is Newton per given time in second divided by Coulomb into meter. This is a unit of magnetic force. This is also known as a Tesla T. So Tesla is the SI unit of magnetic force. But this Tesla is a larger unit. For the smaller unit, we are using Gauss. But this is non-SI unit, and 1 Gauss equal to 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. Earth's magnetic field is in terms of 10 raised to minus 5. That is a 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. Here a table is given in which different magnitude of B is given in Tesla for the different physical situation. First, surface of a neutron star is 10 raised to 8 Tesla. Typical large field in a laboratory have a 1 Tesla force. Near a small bar magnet, 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla magnitude force. Earth's surface having a 10 raised to minus 5, that is we have observed. We have seen 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla force. Human nerve fiber having 10 raised to minus 10 Tesla force, and interstellar space having 10 raised to minus 12 Tesla force. Right? So here this is how Lorentz force having its magnetic field unit and for the different physical situation having. Here we are going to end this session. Hope you understood. Thank you.